What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode here on YouTube. Today we're going to take a look at my friend David, one of his videos. I actually had him on the podcast to talk about some of his previous work, which you guys I'll link it down below. Amazing creator. This is Act 3, so it's a 3-part series. And we're only going to take a look at Act 3. I did Act 1, and it's on my channel. I'll link that as well. And I reacted to a bunch of his stuff. But he finally completed this series, which is an amazing piece of art. So it started last year, June, taking a break, and then, just really taking the next year to make some amazing stuff. I'm going to link both Act 1 and 2 and Act 3 down below if you guys want to check that out. But I kind of just want to get into it, man. Okay, disclaimer, because I'm watching this and I'm talking about it, but you guys got to watch Act 1 and 2 before you guys watch this. Oh, watch Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, and then come back and watch me reacting to it. There's a lot of stuff in this that's like a throwback to the other two. So
everyone's doing the same thing these days. You see it, don't you? Step by step we walk along the grain. Hardly do we ever think to walk against it. Why is that?
Oh, what a shot!
For fear of not catering to the masses, whose praise we hold so dear.
How smooth is that?
And we listen. When do we all become such cowards? If only we would remember that we were all children once, and children by nature are conduits of pure, authentic expression, untouched by the influences of the world. Yet, some of us grew up wanting that expression to be seen and appreciated. So we shared it. Problem is, we now find ourselves in a world where human expression is measured by views and metrics. And those numbers don't always come back positive, do they? So we resort to becoming salesmen, where often the most sold item on the market is not the art, but ourselves. And for many, this is how it ends. However, it doesn't have to be that way. See,
the production is
and bold, and they don't listen to rules. Spirits of independence, if you will. Spirits that still live within many of us. It's just a matter of answering the call when they come calling. So listen close. There's a revolution against the plague, short attention spans, and cheap artistic expression. You know, the uninspired hooks, the pretty visuals, the recycled messages. Same old, same old. Yet, even for those of us running against the grain, the pressures of influence still remain. And so I watch on as my fellow brothers and sisters lose themselves, one by one, for the sake of numbers. And who am I to judge? For I would have too, had I not been called away by the frustrations of comparison.
Yep.
So you're probably thinking,
alright, dude, so let me get this straight. Act 1, you fall down a ditch or something and you find peace in the stillness down there. Very nice. And like Act 2 was all about stepping away and reconnecting with your inner child and all that, and yeah, I get it. A real tearjerker, that one. But what's the conclusion to all this? Is it really that the state of all human creativity today is doomed?
No, but that begs the question. In a world so consumed by darkness, how does one maintain any semblance of light? You know, Orson Welles, one of the most influential directors of the 20th century, once said that style is knowing who you are, what you want to say, and not giving a damn. Powerful words, yes, but we live in dangerous times. And Orson here, he never lived in a time like this. See, to know who you are is a near impossible task when the world around you constantly tells you who you should be, how you should create. There's styles and formulas pushed onto you, like gospels. The pull to conform and will tug at you, seduce you.
Oh, this is a
So
cool
sweet her temptation,
visual.
as she grabs you by the face and whispers promises of riches, successes,
and all your wildest wishes. Sweet morality.
If only she knew all that you have to offer. Tell her, tell us, of all your memories, your dreams, your fears, your likes and your dislikes, the corners of your mind you find weird and obscure, the things you wish to express and explore, but don't. Do as the masters did, the authors of timeless art, and put all those voices behind you so that you can create purposefully and authentically, because there is no comparison, only peace, when you do it the way only you can.
Only
Now, I hate to
peace
say it,
when you
but
do it
the reality
the
is,
way only you
this
can.
struggle, this fight, well, it's a battle we artists will continue having to fight until the day we die. The
Nice.
voices of comparison, they will always remain, as will the temptation to sell ourselves for success. Symptoms of human nature, I guess. But just as the mind can be our
What a
greatest threat,
callback.
it can also be our greatest weapon. See, this story was never really about me. For we often forget that this fight, it's much bigger than you and I. We as artists have a responsibility to push this thing forward. Art. To sustain the very thing we hold so dear. Otherwise, how will the next generation know to do the same? How will they know that an intermission is nothing but time? Time spent between two halves of a story. Time spent in creative silence. For it's in silence such as this where one can... You hear that? Seems another one's on the way. Is it you?
Is it you? What? Ugh. My mind is all over the place. I need some time right now. The production value is wild. Locations, set props, getting extras. There was a lot more that actually, in terms of the production value, felt so good.
Everyone's doing the same thing these days.
This shot is so cool. It almost also looks like there's an effect on here and it fades out of it.
You see it, don't you? Step by step, we walk along the grain.
I love this. It feels like it's on a gimbal hitting a little bit of a vortex at the same time, and you're moving with
Hardly
him,
would we ever think to walk against it.
zooming out.
Why is that? For fear of being different. For fear of not catering to the masses, whose praise we hold so dear. They tell us play the game where there are such cowards. If only we
Yeah, that's so. This cut right
remember
here.
that we were all children once, and children by nature.
I wonder if he brought a generator out here.
Of pure, authentic expression.
I love that shot. It's like you don't know what he's drawing. The reveal is here. It's just that rich, dark, black ink.
By views and metrics. And those numbers don't always come back positive, do they? So we resort to becoming salesmen.
The layers of voices he does so well in all of his stuff, and just like the sound design in general. I know he takes so much pride in it, but the layering of the voices is always such a nice thing. The sound effects, that door opening, the bell ringing of that door on that door.
Is not the art, but ourselves.
Even those little hits, subtle but so much
For
impact.
many. However,
Like this.
it doesn't have to be that way.
Is this one of those smoke bombs?
See, children are reckless and bold, and they don't
This effect is
listen to rules.
wild because they're like a little transparent, you know, or translucent. Sorry. So it's almost like a blending mode, maybe. But this deep red, I love that this red is so specific here. So it almost feels like it's a spotlight or a big spotlight, but it hits the smoke. And this, like, where are we getting these shots from? Right? Like, oh, what?
play
I don't know.
inspired hooks, the pretty visuals, the recycled messages. Same old, same old.
I love that. I know every one of these trends. You guys see it too, a lot of it. But the overlay of Instagram, you right?
For those
So
of us
clutch.
running against the grain,
This is cool. It feels like there's a light on the camera,
the pressures of influence still remain.
maybe, or like running side by side in the hand.
And so I watch on.
This is such a cool shot. I feel like was there a movie that I feel like this was in like a horror movie or whatever. I don't even know. But to do this,
My fellow brothers and sisters lose themselves
How though? Because it looks like it's an actual spotlight, maybe masked out. Some of them, are they actually there, or is it actually masked out from a different location? I think different location, right?
But it's so
Interesting. There's like a flash of light that was behind them that kind of glows before they disappear. So dope. What?
had I not been called.
Ooh, I didn't even see the little dust coming up. That little the aura around them. These are one of my. I think this is one of my favorite shots of all of the acts. This was actually in Act 1. So good. This is a cool effect.
There's styles and formulas pushed
When the
onto
hands come and then
like gospels. The poets to confirm.
it's cool because it's not like doubled and then the opacities change. It actually almost looks like, because he's still like intact. It doesn't actually look like there's double of him. Only double of the outsides here. If that makes any sense. You know?
Form, it'll tug at you, seduce you. So
You know what I mean? That
sweet
looks...
her temptation as she grabs you by the face
Ooh, that hit.
and whispers promises of
Riches, successes, in all your wild.
So the way it's lit is cool too. That one was more on the front. This one's now backlit.
and authentically, because there is no comparison, only peace. When you do it the way only you can.
Only peace when you do it the only way you can, which is crazy. Man, we get so caught up in just making shit to make shit because we saw a dope trend. We saw someone do it. We saw, we want to see if we could do it. It's just, yeah, for sure. 100,000%.
Voices of comparison, they will always remain, as will the temptation to sell ourselves for success.
Oh, and you know what? I'm just thinking now, if this is the first time you guys are watching this, I hope it's not, because a lot of this will make sense if you watch the first 2 acts. Yeah, so there's this. In one of the other acts, you'll understand, this feeling right here. And there's I feel like it's such a good scene because it hits and he gets pulled back by hands. And exact same place. And for him to like look over his shoulder and feel for it,
Symptoms of human nature, I guess.
and look around like, wait a minute, hold up.
But just as the mind can be your greatest threat, how will they know that an intermission is nothing but time? Time spent between 2 halves of a story.
This is like,
Time spent in creative silence. For it's in silence such as this where one can... You hear that? Seems another one's on the way. Is it you?
what a CTA, what a call to action right there. Yes, it is me, sir. Yeah, there's just so many good things about this. I think this is a great tie-up to the first 2 acts. Beautiful storytelling. The sound design was a peak. And the visuals. The production value in terms of like locations and props and set design and things like that. And just like the time it takes to do a lot of I'm just thinking that the whole scene where he's at the desk, having that light, having the smoke, having the other people, doing the spotlight of them coming in and him looking around. There's just so much more that went into this. It's so dope. Let me know what you guys think down below. What was your favorite thing about this? Was it a certain shot? Was it a certain visual effect? Was it the lighting? Was it the sound design? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Take it easy. Peace.